successful thing, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts, integrity, purpose, determination, and discipline that it takes to be a champion in life.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another day in the life of an aspiring day trader. So today is currently Tuesday. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, I'll already upload the Monday video. Similar to yesterday, I got a little run-in before. As you guys saw, I cleaned my room. I meditated and I prayed. And now we're gonna hop onto the charts, right? The market opens in about, give or take, 10-15 minutes. So yeah, yesterday we ended the day red. I was a little upsetting, but we move on. I'm not gonna let it upset me furthermore. I was just like, damn, it's all good. We move on. Another day. So let's get started and let's see what we're looking for in the charts. So let's get it. Yeah, so today's pretty much pretty similar to yesterday. I mean, look at the fucking 1 hour, bro. Like, we've been consolidating in this range for a long ass time. So it just hasn't been a very good honestly, month in general on YM hasn't been that nice. Yesterday we fell, like I mentioned, we fell like 400 fucking points, which is why we ended up getting stopped out. It wasn't that my trade was bad, it was just we already had expanded so much that there was no need to go lower, right? And we knew that was the risk coming into the trade yesterday. However, what's my bias coming into the day? Well, again, the weekly remains bearish, the daily remains bearish, and the hourly remains bearish, and I can only look short, right? So this low right here is the previous week low. It's also my week low on the 1 hour. So price to draw here, I expect price to head for these lows right here. So that's my draw on liquidity. Ideally, I wouldn't want us to take it out right at open, but if it does, it is what it is. I'm not upset about it, but regardless, I can only look short today. That's my thing. Today I can only look short. I'm actually going to be taking a look at ES to see if maybe there might be something I like on ES, and this time I'm not going to miss it. So I'm going to be watching ES. Matter of fact, as we speak right now, I'm going to turn on my my laptop, right, or my tablet. You feel me? Damn, y'all saw my y'all saw my password. Where's it at? It's right here. Right here. All right, there we go. Yeah. So pretty simple day today. Again, like yesterday, obviously we didn't get to study as much because yeah. So I was saying, guys. So today pretty much similar to yesterday. Yesterday I didn't have time to study because I traded in the morning and then I had to go to work. I worked 1 to 10. So this morning, again today, I'm gonna hang out with my girlfriend. So the plan today is just to trade the morning the AM session. So probably 6 open to like 10:30 a.m. And then get ready for my day. I'm gonna be going to the beach today with my girl. Gonna have a cool little summer day. And then so today we're not gonna be able to study, but tomorrow, Thursday and Friday and Saturday we'll have time to study more. I'm not sure if you guys been noticing, but on Wednesdays I usually don't upload, and that's because like I work that whole morning, so I don't have time to really I don't really have time to record and stuff like that. But with that being said, guys, let's get into it. I'm super excited. I feel like this week's honestly gonna be a good week for us, even though it is a short week. That's something that we got to be cautious for. It's a short week. I believe the market closes early today too, so we got to catch a quick trade. Right now I open JP talks, Jerome Powell, and we're gonna have news at 7. So I'm excited. Let's get into it, and then yeah, catch you guys a little bit. Yo, what's good, boys? So we just took a fucking trade and I got stopped out. And I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys because at the end of the day, like, yeah, you guys are watching this, but in all honesty, I started this series to document my journey to becoming a consistent, profitable trader, right? And so no amount of bad trades that I take I will never be embarrassed to show my trades that I take, whether people believe they were good or bad, right? At the end of the day, everyone has their own trading model. And though it's easy to say, oh, you're not profitable, so maybe it is your trading model. But let me tell you guys this, though. it's not my trading model, it's not my strategy. It's the way that I execute my strategy when the live markets are on. That is the only thing that's holding me back, is the way that I execute my model. It's not the model itself, because the model is proven to be profitable. It's the way that I enter these models. Now, over the course of time, I've learned to realize that specifically for ES, I want to see a 1 point expansion from the fair value gap, because I found that in the indices, I don't know about anything else, but in the indices, not every time we will find support on the fair value gap. In fact, there's times where we completely mitigate the fair value gap, but then continue going in that same direction, right? That's why I adapted the sense of protected highs and protected lows. And I need a fair value gap to enter, but if we fully mitigate the fair value gap and then get a bounce somewhere around that area, even if it's not the fair value gap, I'll still enter, right? What did I do wrong today? Now, my day is not done. I will say this, my day is not done. I could still catch a trade, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, and most likely that is it. YM isn't doing shit, which is good that I traded ES, because now, you know what, I'm gonna be taking a look at ES a little bit more, but I'm not gonna be trading. Let's say I catch a trade on ES and I like a trade on YM. It's gonna be one or the other now. So like, if I catch a trade on ES, I'm done for the day, right? I'm done for the day. I don't want to be putting myself at risk where I could take 2 losses on a day because I'm trading 2 different pairs. That's just kind of that doesn't sit right with me. But of course, when YM is slow in the morning and if ES is expanding, then I'll take that one, right? Whatever looks better at the moment, that's what I'll end up doing. Now let's talk about this trade that I ended up taking. Why did it fail? Now, I'll tell you this much. On ES, the daily is bullish, so coming into the day, our bias is bullish off the bat. So coming into the day, we had JP speaking. JP spoke, obviously the market rallied, and I obviously knew that I wanted a 15-minute fair value gap mitigation because we had already expanded extremely hard. Now, what happened? So price came into my 15-minute fair value gap, and this is the one thing that I'll give you, that the reason I'm upset, but I'm not that upset, and this is why. Because my entries are specific, I need to see a reaction from the area and a close on the 1 minute, if that makes sense. Let's say we're in a 5-minute fair value gap and we're on ES. I need to see at least a close to a 2-point reaction from the 5-minute fair value gap and a 1 minute close to enter. Now, the one thing which is the reason why I'm not mad, the one thing that this whole time that I've been developing this style of trading for the last couple months is news. And let me tell you why. So in a typical market, right, obviously there's times where the market just like expands extremely quickly and we'll miss the trade. But for the most part, it doesn't move like very, very quickly compared to news, right? When news is gonna come out, for those that know, when news comes out, it's quick and then rallies back up. So let's say in a bullish example, bearish news and then boom. Or no, let me restate that. News, boom, and then it goes flying up, right? Whether the news is bearish or bullish, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Let's just say it goes lower and then it pumps right away. You can't wait for the 1 minute candle close at the time of a news, right? So it so happens to be that right when I was gonna enter my fucking trade, it happened to be news, which I'm not mad about that, but I did learn, and this is why I got stopped out, and this is why this is what happened. Because I like seeing at this point I was trading ES because I like seeing a 2-point closure. ES closed about 4 points on the 1 minute candle because of the news candle. I waited for a little bit more of a retracement to the 50% of the wick, consequent encroachment of the wick, so I could be like, all right, like at least that is fine. Now that is all it took for me to get stopped out. I barely got stopped out and it hit TP right away. And again, it's tough, right? It's tough. It's tough. But if I'm being honest with you guys, I've been waiting for a moment to decide, in a moment to really figure out what I'm gonna do when there's a news candle about to come out and my model presents itself. And now I learned that, you know what? The moment we start to see a bounce on the news candle, it's risky, but if it's in a 15-minute fair value gap, if it's in a fair value gap, then you gotta trust the fair value gap anyways. But once we see a small reaction, if it's on ES, maybe 1 to 2 points, enter, whether the candle closed or not. And that's what I've learned. I gotta back test a little more. It's hard to back test news candles, for those I know, while back testing, because it doesn't show up that quick, like as quick as it does on the live markets. But again, had I known that, we would have remained profitable. We would have been green today. And here's the thing, like I hope that you guys really put into like this is how close I am, guys. Like, I'm one fix away from being extremely profitable. And let me tell you this why. So obviously yesterday we got stopped out, but I wasn't mad about it because it fit my criteria. Obviously we just had to fall in significantly. 400 points is crazy. And I had known, like, all right, like there's a possibility that this 15-minute fair value gap won't hold. But keep in mind, there was no higher time frame drawn liquidity or higher time frame fair value gap to be mitigated. So I was like, okay, if we're gonna reject, it's gonna be around here. And again, we ended up getting stopped out. I wasn't mad about that. But yesterday, ES gave a beautiful setup that I could have took. Had I taken ES, right, compared to YM, because I would have been like, all right, ES A plus setup, YM. I'm not feeling confident in this one. I'm just gonna take the ES setup. Again, today, YM honestly looks like it's not gonna give us a model today, and we traded ES. So technically, we should be like, if we played it right, we should be green on the week so far. And that's why I keep telling you guys, like, for you know, like, it's like, that's how close I am. I'm like a fixture away. Like, I'm like a couple fixes away from really finding my consistent profitability. And that's what makes it annoying, because I'm right there. I'm literally right there. And it's just the executions that I keep fucking up. You feel me? But from now on, again, we're gonna be keeping what did I learn today? I already said what I learned today in terms of my model. But from here going on forward, this is what's gonna happen, because I'm gonna tell you guys right now. By the end of the next week, I'll get funded. I know for a fact I'll be funded. I have to get funded. But by the end of this month, I will finally get my first payout. I could have gotten a payout a while back, but I was stingy and I wanted more, and then it happened, right? But this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna clean up these fucking mistakes, and we're gonna start fucking being consistently profitable. It's time, boys. It's fucking time. It's time. I have no emotions in the trade. Like, yeah, it seems like I'm a little irritated, but I have when I'm in the trade, I don't even give a fuck about the trade. I'm like, all right, it's either TP or stop loss. You feel me? Obviously, I have rules where it's like, oh, if, you know, we get these amount of points, I'll break even, you know? But my point is that, like, I'm not that emotional when I'm in the trade, right? It's more about before the trade, if that makes sense. So, again, I needed this loss to show me that how to enter on news candles if my model presents itself while there's news coming out, right? How to execute it. So, but from here on out, boys, this is it. Like, this is literally it. Like, my time has come. My time is here. I believe that I'm already fucking profitable. I already believe that I'm at the level that I've always wanted to. It's just a couple fixtures away, right? So coming now for the rest of the week, from now on, we will always be looking at ES and YM. And whatever provides me with the cleanest and most comfortable setup, I will execute. If I profit on ES, I'm done for the day. I'm not going to be taking ES and YM, because at that point it's like, oh, you know, you don't see fucking traders taking, oh, I'm going to take a long on NQ and ES. Nah, it doesn't work like that. So I'm gonna be looking at both, and from there, I'm gonna be deciding which one I feel more comfortable, which one makes more sense, which one, you know, has my A+ setup, and then we're gonna execute. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know, like, again, it's annoying, but it is what it is. This is the only way we get better. Like, and it's really the only way we get better, you know. My time is coming. I've been putting in the work. You know, like I said, I think next week is my officially I've been aspiring to be a day trader for 2 years now. And it's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time. Obviously, for some people, it's faster than others, and it all comes down. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. It all comes down to when you start. If you have the proper mentor and the proper mentor, and if you learn the things that you need to learn right away, it's you could learn under a year for sure. The way that I learned, though, the model that I used to trade a year ago, I no longer trade that model, or the way that I used to trade a year ago, I no longer trade like that. And that's the problem with like not having a mentor, is that like it's kind of like trial and error and see what works for you, you know. Obviously I trade ICT, I trade smart money concepts, but it's not just the concepts itself, you know. You got to create your own model and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you, right? So over the course of time, like and then honestly, it's been recently that I've been finding consistent profitability with this model that I created. Now it's just about cleaning up the executions. I really do believe that this is the year, like the rest of the year, like I'm gonna go from being like broke college student to being like finally getting big payouts. I know that, and I believe that, because my analysis always tends to be on point. It's always my executions that are kind of fucking me up. So definitely that's something that I need to work on. And yeah boys, that's pretty much it, you know. That's pretty much it. I'll probably show you guys real quick too, the trade that I took, just so you guys can see how like close I was to really like profiting, you know what I mean. But we'll see right now. But other than that, boys, that's pretty much it. Catch you guys in a little bit. I'm not sure if this is the end of the video, because I don't know if another model is gonna present itself. But if it does, stay tuned, you know. If it doesn't, I'll probably record myself like just at the beach or something, and then that's pretty much it for my day, boys. Obviously, I don't really show myself doing this, but obviously what I'm gonna do right now, because I took a loss, I'm gonna go on to my my journals, and I'm gonna obviously put the trade that I took and write it down and talk about what I did wrong, what I did good, and what could I do better, and then learn from there and then go on. So yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. Catch you guys in a bit.